Good evening. Welcome to News at Night for Friday, February the 12th. I'm Colette Linden.
I'm Craig Huckerby. The long weekend is here. You're probably wondering what kind of weather is in store. I'll give you all those details in just a few minutes.
Sudbury police say a 44-year-old woman has been arrested and charged with child pornography offenses after executing a search warrant at a city residence. Police say they have charged her with a number of offenses related to child pornography, including 2 counts of accessing, 2 counts of possessing, and 2 counts of distributing. She appeared in bail court yesterday to answer to the charges. On February the 11th, officers with patrol services charged 33-year-old Darren Cudbia with impaired driving, alcohol, and drugs. At 1:20 p.m., officers observed a vehicle suddenly pull over to the side of the road and the driver exit the vehicle and begin walking away from the area. Officers conducted a traffic stop and asked the driver to return to the vehicle. Officers identified the driver as the accused and upon speaking with him developed grounds to believe his ability to operate a motor vehicle was impaired by drugs. He was provided a standardized field sobriety test, which he performed poorly. He was arrested and later given a drug recognition evaluation in which he performed poorly as well. He is charged with impaired driving due to alcohol and drugs and is scheduled to appear in court on March the 22nd. On February the 11th, officers with patrol services charged 20-year-old Brendan Ross with assault with a weapon. At 11:23 p.m., police received a call regarding 2 victims being assaulted with a bat in the 0 to 100 block of Queen Street West. Officers attended and located the accused a short time later. The 2 victims received medical treatment for their injuries. The accused is charged with assault with a weapon and is scheduled to appear in court on March the 22nd. Ontario is reporting 1,076 cases of COVID-19 and 18 deaths on Friday. There are 361 new cases in Toronto, 210 in Peel, and 122 in York Region. As part of Toronto Public Health's data migration, case counts from the city are underreported today, resulting in underestimation in the provincial total for the second consecutive day. COVID-19 and the B.1.17 variant are showing a worrisome spread inside the northern bubble. The advice from Ontario's public health officials, the Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care, and the Ontario Health Coalition are all the same. Do not travel outside of your own region. Stay as close to home as possible. Do not travel unnecessarily. Complacency is not an option. Over and above COVID-19 is the UK B.1.17 COVID variant, and tracking data shows a concerning trend at this point. Northern Ontario is most definitely not immune from the UK variant. As of February the 8th, there were 227 confirmed cases of B.1.17 variant. 130 of those cases were in the Muskoka region and 2 in the Sudbury district. A month-long slowdown in Canada's COVID-19 vaccine deliveries should end next week with the single biggest shipment of vaccines from Pfizer and BioNTech to date. Major General Dana Fortin, the military commander overseeing Canada's vaccine distribution, says that Pfizer has confirmed that it will ship 400,000 doses to Canada starting on Monday. Over the next 4 weeks, Canada should get almost 1.8 million doses from Pfizer and another 168,000 from Moderna. But Moderna's next shipment on February 22nd is only 2/3 of what it was supposed to be. The company is struggling to ramp up production with its Swiss manufacturing partner Lonza. A spokeswoman for Pfizer Canada says the upgrades to the company's plant in Belgium are complete and production is back on track to meet Canada's order for 4 million doses by the end of March. The City of Sault Ste. Marie would like to advise residents of scheduled changes for Family Day operations. On Monday, February the 15th, the city services will be closed. A list of closures can be found on the Sault Online website. A reminder that there will not be garbage or recycling collection for pickup on Monday, February the 15th. Both garbage and recycling will be 1 day late for the remainder of the week.
Hi again, everyone. Well, a pretty cold day today. We have a couple of cold days left for this week, and we're also watching a system that is expected to hit us by next Friday and could give us a little more winter weather. I'll give you all those details coming up.
Is going to a party really worth it? Putting yourself at risk puts everyone at risk. Help limit the spread of COVID-19.
Back everyone. Well, we had a fairly cold day today, and we have a couple of cold days left for the weekend and the long weekend actually. This is what we look like for tonight. -19 is the overnight temperature. We should be around -15 for the evening with partly cloudy skies. We could see some light flurries, maybe a dusting. Really nothing substantial from this weak little system that's hugging the Great Lakes. We'll take a look at what other parts of the province have to deal with. Anywhere around the lake, you've been pulled out of the extreme cold, but everywhere else away from the lake, you're still in that extreme cold warning, and that looks like it's going to continue at least for another couple of days for most of northern Ontario. Let's take a look now at the overnight temperatures closer to home. Minus 17 in Mackinac, minus 19 again here in the Sioux, minus 26 in Sudbury, minus 20 in Wawa, minus 34. They're still very cold in Timmins. So yeah, that's going to stick around for the next couple of days. We'll take a look at the satellite. You can clearly actually see where the cold air still remains. And it's right here. If you can see this line right here, that's the cold air that's just been sitting there all week. We have weak little systems that are being thrown up to the Great Lakes. That's why we're seeing some cloud and some light flurry activity. We don't anticipate anything major until we see next week when we see another system come in. But for tomorrow night, we have just this, again, this weak energy sitting around the Great Lakes. We could see a couple of centimeters from that. But then we're watching another system here, which is currently on the west coast, which looks like it's going to hit us. It's going to bring some rain, snow, and freezing rain, just like a couple of weeks ago. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that system for next Friday for you. So let's take a look now at the 3-day forecast, looking like this. Saturday, Sunday, just flurries, just light stuff, nothing to worry about. Don't anticipate any major accumulation, but temperatures still holding steady at around minus 11 and minus 12, dipping down to minus 20 for Saturday night. Monday, holiday Monday, minus 10. So not bad as far as temperatures go. Mix of sun and cloud. And for the rest of the week, we see temperatures starting to moderate towards the end of the week, and that's when we start seeing that system come up from the south. So we are going to warm up, but we also could get very snowy too. So definitely keeping an eye on that one. Have a great long weekend. Colette and Jacob are back with sports right after this.
Drop by one of our 3 Sault Ste. Marie locations. You do life, we do taxes.
Good evening. Welcome to Sports with Jacob and Colette. We are a satisfying binge watch, I've decided. What do you think? Do you like that tagline?
I like that tagline
Me too.
a lot.
I think we will get us up on Netflix and binge watch all weekend. But before we start doing that, let's talk about some hockey, of course. The Red Wings and the Preds. Let's go. What's going on?
So the Wings lost a close game, 3-2. But I liked a lot of the things I saw from the Red Wings. They had some decent goaltending from Greiss. They were shooting well. They were pressuring the puck. Bobby Ryan's been a nice bright spot for the team this year. But I think a big thing for them was their breakouts out of their own zone were rough.
Okay.
I think that's a big thing they need to work on going forward. But I think if you're a Detroit Red Wings fan, you have to be happy with that game, even though you lost. Because Nashville is quite a bit better than you. They have double the wins. And you still kept it a close game. So if I'm a Red Wings fan, I wouldn't be complaining.
Okay, now I'm dying to get to this next topic of conversation because the bolded caps letter says, Sens keep losing. Oh, can we get that up somewhere on the graphics around here, please? What's going on with the Sens?
I'm very frustrated with the Senators.
Yes, I've noticed.
And I'm not even a Sens fan.
Imagine how they feel.
They get 42 shots on Hellebuck. They only get 1 goal. Matt Murray allowed 3 goals on 15 shots. And then their backup goalie allows 2 goals on 11 shots. Where's your goaltending? This is getting ridiculous. Ottawa outplays them most of the game. They have more puck possession, more shots. Hellebuck stands on his head, and they still lose. Senators fans, I'm sorry. I legitimately feel bad for you.
We're Leaf fans. We know how this feels.
We know this struggle.
Years and years of it.
Hang in tight.
Trials, tribulations.
Find another goalie. I'm hoping that Matt Murray picks up from where he did the last couple games, because that was just embarrassing.
Yeah, no, I know. All kidding aside, they definitely need to do something about that. Vancouver, also, they keep losing.
I think I'm more frustrated with Vancouver and Ottawa.
Okay, why?
They shouldn't be this bad. They've lost 6 straight,
Yeah.
and this one's got a sting. Against Calgary, their former goalie that they said they didn't need makes 33 out of 34 saves, and they lose.
That hurts.
That's
Good
got
for
a
goalie.
sting.
Yeah.
Vancouver needs to wake up and smell the coffee. I don't know what they're doing out there. They're not forechecking. They're not pressuring the puck. They're not moving well. They look like a minor team out there. I'm getting very frustrated.
Yeah, I know. I can feel that energy. No worries.
It's like a team that last year had a good playoff run. They get rid
that's
of
true,
a lot
they
of
did.
their star power, but they still have enough star power they should be able to do something. And all kidding aside, Ottawa at least is putting in the work. Vancouver's not. If you're a Vancouver Canuck player, you should be embarrassed because you are not playing up to snub at all.
Okay. Late start leads to Oilers win. What do you mean by that? This is Jacob Sports Today. folks.
So we had the first COVID protocol issue in the Northern Division. Jesse Pujärvi is now been placed on the COVID-19 protocol. Now I want to remind the viewers at home, COVID protocol doesn't mean you have
That's
COVID.
right.
It means you might have COVID, maybe you were in close contact with somebody with COVID, so we don't know yet if he has or does not have
measures and
COVID.
steps they're taking to protect the rest of the team and the players, whereby they put them in quarantine.
So the Northern Division is just upping their testing game like crazy now to make sure, hey, is this just a one-off? I would imagine, I don't think we're going to see a crazy amount of numbers. I think if they were really worried, they would have completely canceled the Oilers-Montreal game. But we'll wait and see. Fingers crossed the
Yeah.
Northern Division's able to continue their low COVID numbers. Well, actually, no COVID numbers.
That's right.
But great game for Edmonton.
Yes. Okay, so I want to start off on this one. Every year, typically, my sons and I do celebrate this day tomorrow. But we used to celebrate it with Don Cherry, you know, and we'd be outside and there'd be some outside games, there'd be a lot of hockey. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's Jersey Day tomorrow. So get out your jerseys, watch some hockey, wear your jerseys, and well, don't watch it with too many people, but you know, watch it within your bubble. So this is a huge game, a huge day. There are 10 games that's going on tomorrow.
10 games.
Who's-
6 out of the 7 Canadian teams are playing.
Okay, that's what
This is
I wanna
going to be legendary.
Legendary.
Because there are a lot of games that really matter in this one. The Flames and Canucks are 2 teams that are battling for that 4th spot
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Canucks better get going on that.
Canucks are going to win that.
You think so?
I do.
We'll have to wait and see on that one. We also have the Sens and the Jets.
I am sitting pretty beside you right now, okay? Because I was right on that lead
You
game.
were.
And we're
You
not going
were.
to let that go for a while. Okay, sorry, go on.
Then we have the Sens and the Jets at 3, and Leafs and the Habs at 7. The only Canadian team to not play, Oilers taking a night off, which is probably a good thing after what just happened with
Yeah.
their COVID issues.
I'm calling Vancouver and Sens, and I'm keeping my comment to myself, the Leafs versus the Habs.
You're calling for the Sens. You think
Yep,
the Sens are going to
I
win?
do, I do.
Well, for the Sens to win, they're going to need to outshoot the other team, which they've been doing lately.
Yeah, they've been doing that a lot, actually. No?
Get some saves. I don't care if you need to put a light stand in the net. I want some saves. Put me in net. Actually, don't.
Put me in, coach.
Don't
Put
do that.
me in.
And just some straight up puck luck. The Sens have just not been getting the bounces. That's got to turn around at some point.
Well, may the hockey gods be with them on Saturday.
And then for the Jets, if they want to not be embarrassed by losing to the Sens, they need to show up on time. They didn't play that well that game. Sure, they won, but I wasn't impressed with them.
Yeah.
Score first, because unfortunately for Ottawa, I'm afraid that as they keep losing, as soon as they get down, they're going to start to get down on themselves.
Yeah,
And
probably.
control puck possession.
Okay.
Those are the big ones for that. And you know what? I'm going to stick with you on that. I think the Sens are going to beat the Jets.
Okay, of course he says that. He doesn't even remember it.
You know what?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I'm not. Okay, what about the Leafs? What do they need to be victorious?
You know what? I think it's a lot of the same things they were doing last game. They need to make smart plays in and out of their own zone. They need to start on time. And I'm not even talking when last game they started a couple shifts late. They need to start right away. Their depth scoring, I still think, again, needs to come into play. And I want to see Anderson playing better positionally because he wasn't always in the right spot during the last game.
Okay, great. Now we still have some key players sitting out. Simmons, we know, is out for probably another 5 weeks by now with a broken wrist. And well, the rest of the gang, we're not quite sure. But hopefully, I have a feeling Matthews is going to do well on Saturday.
I think he will, too.
I think he's going to net 2.
But for Montreal, they're still going to need to try to shut down Matthews and Marner.
Yeah, I'm still holding back my comment on the outcome.
She thinks that.
I did not say this. We need one of those black squares to follow his mouth now, please. Anyways, we're moving right along. Canucks, Flames, we've covered them all. What else we got? Some Raptors this weekend?
Got the Raptors.
They are getting outplayed?
The last game they got outplayed pretty bad.
Yeah.
What really upset me was, first of all, now they're 2 games under 500. We're still in a playoff spot, but we're starting to slip again.
Okay.
Where's the rebounding? We were out-rebounded 49-32. That shows me either A, they're too small, or B, they're not hustling out there. I don't know what it is, but Nick Nurse needs to pull this unit together, and I still think they need to make a trade for a better center, because they're really struggling. And, like, I'm just disappointed to see it. Like, we only had 3 offensive rebounds. 3!
3, that's it? I didn't watch
1 plus 2.
That's 3, last time I checked.
3-year-old could do that math.
Yes, they could.
That's not good Raps.
No, it's not.
We the North needs to pick it up. I don't care where we're playing. I don't care if we're playing in, I don't know, Idaho, Florida, Missouri, Toronto, Sault Ste. Marie. I want to see harder working basketball out there.
Okay, he's calling it. He's saying, Senators, pull your socks up. You are saying, who was the other team? Oh, Vancouver.
Vancouver
pull them up,
especially.
double up. And Raptors, let's go. Right? Are we good?
Yeah.
Is that a good summary of our sports section?
Do you want me to summarize the whole section in 3 seconds?
It is.
3, like the Raptors' offensive
3.
rebounds.
1 plus 1 is
2.
1.
It's Friday, folks. We don't need to do math today.
And we're done. I have to read the news.
But before we get to news, I just want to quickly mention, if you like us, you're not sick of us yet, we are starting a new sports show next week called 705 Sports. Yes. You're going to see stuff like this, but you're also going to see a lot more in-depth breakdown. So we'd be breaking down, for example, why Vancouver isn't winning, or why Toronto is winning, or what the Raptors need to do to start winning. And we're going to touch on more than just these major sports since we'll have more time. Like Colette's going to be talking about UFC, soccer, which is going to be great to see.
I was just going to say that. There's more to sports than just our basketball or hockey, although hockey it is. But definitely we've got some soccer, UFC coming your way, and lots of soccer if you had my way, even though Jacob and I don't see eye to eye on that. And one last thing I just wanted to say quickly, we just wanted to congratulate Robert Calisti. He gets the amateur tryout with the Belleville Senators, and of course he's from Sault Ste. Marie.
That's awesome.
Yes, he played for the Thunderbirds and the Greyhounds, so now he's off. So good luck. All the best.
But I think you got to get back to news.
To you. Have a great weekend. To you. I'll be right back. The annual Murdered Missing Indigenous Women, Girls and Two-Spirit Memorial March has taken place locally for 15 years. Due to public health measures, this year's event will take place virtually through a video set to be released on February the 14th. The MMIWG2S Plus SSM 2021 video will include messages from community leaders and impacted families. It will be broadcast on TV and Sioux Online on Sunday, February the 14th, 2021, beginning at 12 p.m. The Algoma Public Health is reporting 3 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 today. All 3 are from Sault Ste. Marie and area. Through contact tracing, Algoma Public Health will notify all close contacts directly. Cases number 188 through 189 are self-isolating and the cause of exposure is unknown. Case number 198 is also self-isolating and the cause of exposure is tested at February the 8th and was close contact February 10th. The region currently has 22 active cases. On Tuesday, 26 ice anglers found themselves in need of being rescued from an ice floe on Lake Superior. According to Duluth, Minnesota Fire Department, shortly after 11 a.m., they were dispatched to a water emergency call in Lake Superior. A large group of fishermen had been fishing in individual fish houses when the ice that they had been on separated from shore. Fort Quint was the first to arrive a minute after the call came in and found a large group of fishermen who had collapsed their fish houses standing on a large ice floe. Crews were able to make immediate contact with anglers and brought 3 to shore. Yesterday, Stephen Lecce, Ontario's Minister of Education, issued a statement regarding March break.
Now, to support our collective fight against COVID-19 and on the best advice made to us from medical experts, Ontario is postponing March break until the week of April 12th. This decision was made on that advice from public health officials, including the province's Chief Medical Officer of Health and many local medical officers of health as well. At this time, it is critical that we continue to prioritize the health and safety of students, staff, and their families so that we can continue with the safe return to in-person learning. Postponing March break, not canceling it, is an important way that schools can help to limit community transmission. We recognize that congregation is a key driver of the spread of COVID-19, something we realized over the winter break, and we will not take that risk again with your child, with our staff, with Ontario families. The decision is all more important as we move to protect our communities from the emerging variants of this disease. I recognize that this is one more change in a year that has been challenging for so many students and our education staff who continue to work so hard. But it is one made on the best advice of public health officials to keep them safe and to keep our schools open in this province. It is of the utmost importance that we do not travel at this time, especially as we lead into the month of March. This postponement also limits any further disruption to students as they could return to in-person learning during a time that has been challenging. As Ontario's Chief Medical Officer of Health has said, our schools have remained safe for kids, and this move is intended to keep them that way.
Recently, the Sault Ste. Marie Police Service has received calls regarding snowmobiles being operated on local railway tracks. Sault Police and CN Police remind snowmobile operators to stay away from railway tracks and railway property. The trespassing is not only dangerous but illegal. Those who enjoy winter activities such as snowmobiling must stick to the trails and never the rails. With the sound of the snowmobile motor combined with reduced visibility, trains can be hard to see and hear when enjoying the outdoors. Trains can take more than 2 kilometers to come to a complete stop. Well, Craig, this weekend we have Valentine's Day, we have Family Day. I want to go outside and do something. What should I wear? How cold are we looking?
Well, you can definitely go outside. There's tons of activities you can do. Just bundle up because it is going to be cold. It's going to be a cold weekend.
Okay.
We see better temperatures a little bit on Monday, and then we see better temperatures as we go on next week.
Well, that sounds promising. From Craig and Colette, we wish you a very happy Valentine's Day, a happy Family Day, and we will see you back on Tuesday.